back, people, and it is back day. Oh yes, back day. It's not chest day, so loads of you have just literally read the title again and you're going to watch another video. But we need to do back. Gives you a stable base for the big bench. So we're setting up. We're going to do some landmine because you know how much I love landmine. We're going to use this contraption because I don't have a T-bar. So we're literally going to use a strap, figure 8 strap, and we're going to use the bar. And I'll show you exactly how easy it is to set up. You don't have to worry about too much in the way of attachments. Watch. Figure 8. Slide it through. Through like this. This one also goes through as well. And then what you have? You now have a T-bar for lifting. Easy as that. And that is how you set up a T-bar with the usual lat pull down bar and your figure 8. Let's go. Warm up first. We'll go through the 3 grips we're going to be doing just in warm up. Get a good 15-20 reps out. We're going to go wide to begin with. Nice. Now switch up for a bit of biceps. Nice, good. Right. Chuck another 20 kilos on that. Let's go up to 40 kilos now. Go through those 3 grips again. You can't go wrong. I said, yeah, it's back to. I'll show you what I'm watching as well. It's not a bodybuilding documentary. Comments might trigger a few. Apologies. But
some of my athletes fast and some of my times to have something like this isn't for yourself.
So it's a UK documentary on obesity, the ridiculous increase in obesity. Won't even go into the whole make healthy food more expensive than cheap food and what you bloody expect. There we go, UK, eh? Yeah, just talking through, there's a lady who's literally 33.5 stone. I think this might be her.
My dad suffers with health problems and they could see the way that it was going to go. My dad can relate to me, I can relate to him.
Brilliant. Well, you'll both be relating to each other in a morgue, unfortunately. She knows she's got to sort it out. Difficult, yes. It's very much like smoking, although I don't smoke, and it's drinking, I don't drink, but I can just imagine I have done before. And yeah, it's an addiction. Food can become an addiction, especially the sugars in that food. So yeah, I can see how. Nice. Happy days. So we'll go close grip next, and we'll bring in some buys as well. I'm going to chuck on that V bar as well onto the high pulley to probably finish the session off. And we're also going to do some weighted pull-ups and weighted chins. Right, back to this, which I'm listening to as well. So this is literally father and daughter both have eating disorders or eat too much, however you want to put it. She's seen what it's done to her dad for decades. Look at that. Literally, he must have diabetes. Can't even feel that in his soles of his feet.
My dad is my biggest critic. He's seen it throughout my whole life, how my relationship.
33 stone. She literally eats and eats and eats and eats and eats. Another guy that's on the documentary as well, 11,000 calories a day. If Greg Doucette was on, he'd be saying, "God almighty, these people are crazy, it's calories in, calories out," and etc, etc. Right, go close the grip. Nice, good. It's feeling decent. I'm hoping these kind of hanging, bent over rows are also going to contribute to sorting this rotator cuff. Now, I have been doing, you'll be glad to hear, all of you people that have been on at me, but positively on at me, around sorting this rotator cuff. So yeah, I've been doing all sorts of exercises. Literally very little weight, like band work with this. But yeah, you can see 100% rotator cuff. So as soon as I get to this position here, it's absolute agony. What I've also been doing is doing the old sword sheath as well that they say to do with rotator cuffs. So literally take it down into sword and up and out. So down, up and out, again with cables. But yeah, it does feel tender as hell, but it's good. Doing about 4 or 5 different rotator cuff exercises every evening now, and I will do some at the end of this session as well. Right, so we're going to go reverse grip now, bring in some of the bad boy biceps. Nice. Right. It's only right if we stick another 20 on there, isn't it? So we go 20, 40, 60. So we go 60 on that bad boy. Away we go. So we're going to go through those 3. But yeah, I've been doing rotator cuff just with cables as opposed to resistance bands. I did have some resistance bands, sold them because I never used them. So yeah, that'll be good. So we'll probably go through, do another set on 60. We might do a wind down for reps on there. We'll actually see how that 60 feels for the 3 grips. So we're going wide, hit the lats, come in for the ROMs, reverse to bring in a bit of bicep as well. See how those 3 go at 60. I reckon I've still got some in the tank. We'll potentially add on another 20 or another 10 as well. So we'll see. As I said, I then want to go, I do want to do some V-bar, just with a high pulley, but it might be that we do that after pull-ups and chin-ups. So if I do that and move on to these 2, I'll be absolutely battered. And I want to get a few weighted chin-ups, weighted pull-ups in as well, even if it's only like 5-10 kilos on that as well, which is all good. Right, I've gassed enough. Let's crack on with the 60. But before we do that,
Before you go, the doctor said call your family up, and I had to explain to my brothers and my mum what I'd actually been doing with my body, and that I might not make tomorrow, something just proper clicked for me. See my mum's face, just
Jeez, so this guy, he hadn't seen his parents for a while. And literally, they didn't know the issue he had with his weight until the doctors told him, phone your mum and dad, because after this operation and the way you're going, you're probably not going to make tomorrow. So he literally had to phone his mum and dad and give them that news. And then they probably wanted to meet up and be with him at the hospital if they're half decent parents, but yeah, we shall see. Right, let's go through these three now, peeps. Nice. You literally go up to 60 kg and all I get is snap, crackle and pop everywhere. So just a tension. Did shoulders first thing this morning. So back in for the second session. Back.
I wouldn't say that I'm a recluse, no. And the only reason being is that I am quite a sociable person. Sometimes I hide myself away, but it's more because I enjoy watching TV. I've definitely made a nice safe haven for myself, and I definitely think I should be going out more.
Haven't followed this guy's story yet. Here we go.
Every day he needs medication to keep him alive.
Alright, diabetes.
I take about 11 tablets a day. There are different kinds of tablets. I have main painkillers. I have
Jesus.
metformin, which is for my diabetes.
Yep, there we go. Type 2.
Esomeprazole, which is for my stomach.
Reflux.
Tablets. These three here are all for blood pressure.
Bloody hell.
These are the vitamin D
Cholesterol,
tablets
vitamin D.
because I don't get enough sunlight.
Jesus Christ. Do you know what I mean? Flippin' heck. If you want to tell the kids of this world, show them that. Yeah. Bloody hell. The amount of medication that poor guy. I won't say poor guy because, yeah, it's an addiction, but as many people have shown, you can switch it on and off. So that might trigger a few people, but you bloody well can. Nice. Like that lap man on TikTok.
For Alice, this meant she didn't think she'd ever had a serious relationship.
No. Yeah, like this.
That's her boyfriend.
I met Mark 8 years ago, and I was on a night out, and I'd seen him, and he asked for my number, and I remember being quite shocked. I was like, "You're asking for my
He might have been trying to guess your body
We
weight.
just sort of connected, we got on well. In the back of my head, I was thinking, you know, he's going to leave me, there's going to be someone else out there.
Now,
You know.
I won't even say what I was going to say because that'll trigger. I was going to say, is that guy just as low in confidence and esteem as her? So he's looked and he said, actually, she's a really nice person. Chances are they probably fit each other quite well.
It's really a miracle.
She seems a nice person, do you know what I mean?
That side. I was worried that
But
something was going to go
she's got
wrong.
2 kids.
I could die.
That's my big thing, right? 2 kids, 2 young kids by the look of it as well. She could die carrying on.
Very lucky.
Leave those 2 kids without a mum. She's only in her early 30s. They look well under 10. Man alive, if that isn't a reason to sort yourself out for your 2 kids, don't know what the bloody hell is. I tell you a story about one of my first ever PT clients as well in a sec, but let's get this done. Because this is quite a touching story. Well, certainly from my point of view, I think it is. But let me tell you about that in a second. Let's get this last one done. Nice. Yeah, so, wait a minute, before I tell you the story.
Kids. And it does break my heart, it really does. Who wants gravy? No? I think my children have quite a wide understanding of what good food is and what bad food is, because I do talk to them about nutrition.
You still got to be a role model, love. Do it for them, show it could happen. Turn your life around. I think they'd rather have their mum around until they're in their 30s, 40s than get a little bit of a lecture from her now and again on food. That's it. But yeah, I was saying about one of my first PT clients a long time ago, sitting down with him, big guy, kind of walked in very self-conscious, had just joined the gym, been there for a couple of weeks. I literally was just walking past him. I was manager and I corrected his technique. Was nice about it, not the usual PT. All right, mate, that's doing it wrong. God, Jesus Christ. Literally just went up to him, hey, how you doing? What are you working out today? So you're doing a bit of back. He said, yeah, I'm not quite sure, am I doing it right? I thought, actually, wait a minute. Just sat him down in the position, corrected that pull down technique, talked to him about breathing, time under tension. And he was just like, brilliant. Left him to it, had his workout, half hour later, knock on the office door, which is always open anyway, but knock on the office door. Hey, how much do you charge for personal training? I know you're the manager, but do you do personal training? Yes, I do. Boom. Client for the next couple of years. And his big thing, so when I sat down, went through consultation with him, I'm like, okay, cool. So I know you're new to the gym, we had a chat about that. Also, of course, I know that you need correction on certain techniques and different things as well. But what is it? What motivated you to join? So I'll tell you 100% Barry, and this is absolutely to the letter what he said. Sat down, literally just opened up to me and said, look, a couple of weeks ago I was in the park with my kids playing football. I think it was probably around about May, June time. So it's been quite nice, late April. We said, yeah, playing in the park, kids running around. His kids, I think we were about 5 and 8, running around in the park playing football. He was out of breath, knackered. Literally, he'd been walking just absolutely shattered because he was carrying a good like 17, 18 stone on him. And it wasn't muscle. But yeah, he was just gutted. He was running around. He was out of breath. One of his kids kicked the football and they were chasing it down and his kid got there before him. Group of lads walked past, teens, early 20s. He said, walked past, there was about 4 or 5 of them. And they just said, top of their voice, oh my God, look at that fat, you know what, trying to play football with his kids. How embarrassing. Could you imagine having a dad like that? Literally span it off like that. He was absolutely mortified. He didn't know what to do. Some people might have braved it up and said, excuse me, or not in front of the children, whatever else. But, you know, bloody teenagers and whatever else, didn't give a hoot. But yeah, that literally just broke him. He said literally he grabbed the football, grabbed the kids, made an excuse, walked back, it's time to go back, we've got to see mum, etc, etc, walk back. He said that evening he broke and said to his other half, and he was just in absolute floods of tears. And yeah, he said to me, not in front of me, he wasn't in floods of tears, but with his other half, he said to me, that's the reason I'm here. I need you to help me get fit. If you promise to help me, I'll do whatever you like. And that guy literally was on point. Got him to do a food diary for about 10 days. Just have a look at kind of like when he was eating, what he was eating, calories in, calories out, etc, etc, and his macros, micros and things as well. And we just tidied it up. Big thing from his point of view was just looking at his portion sizes. They were way too big. His diet, he knew, I know he'd been watching quite a lot, And he'd looked at the best things to eat, when to eat, but his portion size was just too big. And you've got that kind of like that leptin, which is your hormone. The more fat you have, more calories you take, especially kind of fats and different things like that, it affects your leptin. And that's the thing that kind of switches you off and says, actually, you're full. And he wasn't getting that. So he was still hungry, so he was snacking. And it wasn't necessarily the portion size. He was saying, look, I'm only having 3 meals a day. But when I asked him to put in his snacks, he was snacking about 5 or 6 times, and that was murdering him. It wasn't what he was eating during the meals. That was all right. It was the snacking that actually, in some cases, the snacks were bigger and more calorific than the main meals themselves. So we tidied that up. I got him into a program, got him in with me 3 days a week, and he was losing weight. And still speak to him to the day. Now and again, get a few emails or over social media and LinkedIn with him as well. But yeah, really good guy. He knew he wanted to change. That was the catalyst. So although it was horrible to hear, that was his catalyst to say, actually, do you know something? I want to do something about it. And although it's not nice hearing it, now's the time. So he put his trust in me. I put my trust in him that he was going to do what I was asking him to do. And he battered it. Did well. Right, I'm going to do one more close grip, and then we're going to go on to do some pull-ups and chin-ups. But yeah, he went from, I'm sure he was about 18 stone, got him down to, this was over a couple of years, got him down to about, what was it, late 12s, which is really good. The only thing that we couldn't do, and again he was looking at kind of surgery and different things, was because he was quite big, the amount of skin fold he had as well. But do you know something? Although he had a little bit of skin fold where you'd expect it, his shape, his strength, his confidence was massive. He used to come in with a jumper and things like that, even on one warm day. Got him down into t-shirts and shorts, got him having banter and different things like that. So yeah, it's just good. It's one of the main reasons you do things like personal training, isn't it? And the main reasons that you work in the leisure industry or fitness industry especially, because it ain't the goddamn pay. Right, okay, let's go. Right peeps, I'm going to strip that bar down, then we're going to do some weighted pull-ups and chin-ups. Probably just start with body weight to begin with, see what we can do. So I'll see you guys back. Be about 5 minutes for me and a split second for you. Right, we're back. That was a split second for you, probably just a couple of minutes for me. Strip the bar down, everything back. Just watching this. This is this girl again. She's like early 30s, 33.5 stone for every year on earth. That's her mum. She's giving her like a talk in the garden to say, do you want to be there for your daughter, sorry, for your kids? Do you want to see them go to secondary school? Or do you want to be in a grave? The bizarre thing is, and again, you can disagree or agree with me, I've been in positions where people have said to me, don't do it, and I haven't heeded their advice. Sometimes telling someone something doesn't work. Showing them is quite powerful. So if you showed someone that actually, I don't know, had been through what they'd been through and didn't make it out the other side, that might be a wake-up call. But you've got to want to do it yourself, and that's absolutely up here in it. That's the mind shift. So it'll be interesting to see how this documentary goes, and if she does have that mind shift. Knowing the BBC, she'll probably die at the end or something, but that's her other half. So this is her boyfriend. They've been together a couple of years or something, haven't they? So he may well be the catalyst to getting stuff sorted. And if he is, bloody good on him. Because she fucking needs it. As I said, her mum's probably told her all her life, don't do this, don't do that. So in her head, she's just literally built to potentially ignore her mum. Do you know what I mean? So hopefully the boyfriend might be able to turn it around. But we shall see. I said sometimes I love my bodybuilding documentaries, as you know, and everything else, but yeah, interesting. Right, just going to do body weight to begin with. We're going to go pull-ups and then chin-ups, and we'll put some weight on the bar. Nice, cool. Really feel that. And funny enough, I can feel it having done rotator cuff exercises for like the last 2 days. It actually feels much better. Like a couple of days ago. See, that's not even very good, is it? Do you know what I mean? That's a decent arm. This arm though, from this position here, bringing it out, it's about as far as I can get it, which isn't good at all, is it? Get it past there, just feel it in there. So I said all I'm doing is those sword pulls, rotator cuff. I'm also doing some prone on bench or floor, just like they call them. I think it's like punches. So literally just taking it through that. Also doing some dead hangs as well. So I'm doing some dead hangs on the pull-up bar, and also just doing some weight hangs as well. So just with this, and literally almost like a pendulum, just letting the weight, so either dumbbell or a weight plate, literally just let this hang. I found actually when I've done that and just let it hang, it does relieve a lot of tension in there as well. So yeah, I'm trying, do you know what I mean? You guys have said it. I do listen to you, and I do listen to the comments as well. So if it helps, I'm going to do it, because at the moment, this rotator cuff is literally hindering any chance I've got of getting any decent bench or dumbbells. Yeah, as you saw the other day, I think I struggled. I did about 5 or 6 reps on 120 or something like that. Right, let's get some chin ups in, bring some biceps in, see if we can do 10 as well. Nice, good. Funny, right? One of the rotator cuff exercises is literally palms on side and then raise up to here. I can feel the turn on that there. So those chin ups there, as soon as I've done 10 of those on body weight, literally the relief on this arm, like pain completely gone. Bizarre, isn't it? But then it will just creep back in. At the moment, it's not taking a lot to aggravate it, which is aggravating in itself. Right, just going to give myself a couple of minutes. Then I think we'll grab a 10 kilo, whack that on there as well. So I'm about 86, 87 kilos at the moment. So I had a 10 on and see how close we can get to 100. What's happening here? Choose to exercise or not. Every decision starts with emotion, or 99% of them do anyway. Then you justify the reason, the emotional reason, with logic. Why did you buy a sports car? Because I needed it. No, you didn't. It was an emotional trigger. You wanted to feel better, you felt like you deserved it, and your logic was all to do with the reasons why. Because I'd done well, because I'd worked harder this month, because I hit a commission, hit a bonus or something at work. Always emotions, always emotions. Right. So as I said, we're going to use this weighted belt. We're going to grab a 10 kilo and go for our life, shall we? just going to let that hang between my legs for a while. It's about the only time I'm going to have something between my legs which weighs 10 kilos. Unless I grow something which is 9.99 kilos on top of the thing that doesn't weigh a lot. Too much info, Barry. Right, we're going to go with chin-ups this time and give myself a couple of seconds. What's happening here? Let's go back to the UK's obesity crisis, shall we? This is his mum. Jesus Christ. Bloody hell, how young is he? They're going to have to restart his heart, literally defibrillate him.
I don't think you'll realise how much I do worry about you, how much I don't worry about you, even though you've lost the weight and you're down to 27 stone, you're still big.
He just needs to get little goals, short-term goals, so he's literally hitting something. They say, I'm in sales, they say, and this goes if any of you are club managers or PTs or anything, to stop someone from cancelling their membership or stopping, say for example, PT with you, you reduce the chance of them cancelling by 10% for every goal they achieve in a month. I want you to think about that. Stats show it's about 10 or 11%. So you get someone completing 4 or 5 goals in a month, and if they were teetering on cancelling, you've just bettered your chance of them staying on for another month by 40-50%. That's probably taking them back up to 100%. They're going to be there with you as a client. So when you're setting goals, don't set your clients or your members long-term goals. Break them down. Get them to little milestones, little milestones, little milestones. Keep them engaged. Retain your members, retain your clients, and then have that bigger goal at the end. But you've got to have little goals leading up to the big goal. So have a look about what those little hurdles need to look like, and you'll retain them, you'll keep them interested, and also you'll stay interested as well. Right, let's get some chin-ups done. Right, okay, we're going to do 2 more sets. So we're going to go for another set of chins, then we'll go, for another set of pull-ups, and then we'll do another set of chin-ups. Probably only be able to hit 5 or 6 with this 10 kilo weight. It's all good in the hood. Right, I'm going to give myself a couple of minutes rest, see what's going down. Who's this? That looks like the guy at Harry Potter. The thing is though, if that guy's pushing and pushing and pushing, and if that guy goes away on holiday for 2 weeks, if he's the only one pushing and that kiddie isn't pushing, then if he steps away for any reason, or if he's not there every single day with him in the gym, take him out of the equation who's pushing, you've got no one pushing. You've got to be asking that kiddie some questions. You've got to say, right, okay, I really want you to do it. You've got to believe in yourself. Right, what does good look like for you? If you could look at yourself in the mirror in a month's time, a couple of weeks' time, what little changes would you want to see? By the end of the month, if we work hard, how do you want to feel? How do you want to look? What do you want to be able to do? Is it 5 press-ups? Is it a single pull-up? What is it? You've got to get them setting their goals. You can't set your own goals. It's like, say, for example, in sales, if you're always setting targets for people, and you're not getting them to revisit yesterday's performance, tell you where they went wrong, then how they're going to change it today. Be part of their own targeting. Of course, behind the scenes, you've probably got your own targets that you need to hit, maybe as a company or as a manager of a department, but you've got to take them on the journey, man. If not, you're never going to get the buy-in. And also, you're never going to get the development in your staff either. That's exactly the same as that kiddie there. That geezer is just pushing and pushing. I want you to do it. It starts here. You've got to get him to say that, not you. Right, see if we can get 5 or 6 done. And then we'll give it a couple of minutes and we'll go into chin-ups. Oh, God. Hell. Got to strengthen those frickin' rotator cuff. Okay, right. We've got one more set of chins, and then I think we're pretty much done for the day. Decent. Right.
This is the actual push that Alice needs. It should hopefully change her mindset to thinking about not her and what the weight's doing to her, but what it's doing to her family.
My worst fear is that my children end up big and in a cycle like I am. I can't do to my children what I've done to myself. That's just not the way it's going to work. I was looking for that.
There's a trigger.
Shock, and I think I've got it.
You want to talk about how would you feel
With the help of her family,
living another 30 years older and watching children go in the same pathway as yours? How would you like to outlast your kids? No parent wants that, do they? Right. Yeah, interesting. Always interesting. As I said, there's probably a few little things that I've said that trigger people. Mate, I've been in the industry, mate. Who am I talking about? I've been in the fitness industry for a long time. Been a personal trainer for, near on about 20 years. Seen it all, heard it all. Made the same excuses myself. Luckily, I've never been obese. But, you know what I mean? There's a reason why I train 6 days a week. Yeah, 1, I enjoy it. 2, it helps here. And going back to, as we talked about before, emotions, logic. If I'm having a terrible week, this gets me out of jail. If I'm feeling down, this gets me out of jail. Yeah. If I'm feeling good, this propels it even higher. Man, those people that don't believe the gym and fitness do a world of good outside of your endorphins and different things, your happy hormones, man alive. Keeps this healthy. Because honestly, there's been plenty of times in my life where, yeah, let's just say I've needed that a hell of a lot healthier, and I swear to God, gym, working out and different things has helped me a lot. Right, let's get these done. Right. Okay, I haven't quite finished. I think I'm literally just gonna put a bar onto the high pulley, hit some reps. And then I'll finish it there. So I think, what am I going to grab? What should I grab? I want to go long, kind of use that. Could use D handles, so just use this. Use a short bar. Right, just going to use the short bar. Right, let's go here. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to go wide, going to go close, bring some ROMs in, then we'll reverse. Aim for about 15 reps on each. Whatever I can do. Oh my God, it's murdering me. It's alright. Always feel decent exercises for lats. But if you want an absolutely rock solid back and a back pump, nothing beats bent over rows, in my opinion. Right, let's get these last 2 sets done. One. Oh my God, it's absolutely murdered me, that one. Right, just going to do a little bit more rotator cuff, I think. Just turn you guys around. There we go. Just hoping by strengthening it's going to help it. Also making sure I do try to hold the stretch as well. Check out the back of the t-shirt now as well. Nice, good. Whew. Right, but yes, ridiculous, the difference there. Where's that bar? There you go. Right, let's put you here. Yeah, absolutely ridiculous. Just doing the rotator cuff with that buggered arm. Absolute pain, sharp impingement here. Not great mobility actually. I thought I was going to have better mobility. Got to start working on those rotator cuffs a hell of a lot more. Right, final set. Oh, there's nothing better on the back stretch than literally just taking a reverse grip close and just literally just opening up lats and getting that spread on the DOMs. And the ROMs, sorry, DOMs. Delayed muscle soreness, anyone? Oh. Driving down and through the elbows. Oh. Lats, glorious lats. Oh. 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 that, people, is everything done. I was aiming to upload the video this evening, but just looked at my watch and it's 8:45, so that's not happening. Upload it tomorrow. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the video. As I said, always speak my mind. You've got to have your own opinion. Hopefully none of my comments triggered. Came from here. That is my left hand side, it's just on the reverse camera. Although I think your heart sits in the middle pretty much, doesn't it? But yeah, as I said, a lot of the time when I come in here I'm listening to motivational videos, speeches, bodybuilding. That came on actually just onto the YouTube feed, so I thought, actually, you know something? Let's watch it. And yeah, it was interesting. Feel for the guys, applaud, well done for the ones that are turning it around. No, it's not difficult. Addiction isn't difficult in any walk of life with anything, but hopefully everyone on that documentary has made a positive change for them and the people around them. Other than that, people, don't want it to be too somber. That was a back workout. Lap man. No, lap man. But all good. Laps, DOMs, job done. Could have done a little bit of, yeah, should have really done some hyperextension as well, shouldn't I? Just for a bit of lower back. I'll squeeze that in tomorrow, possibly in the chest session. Might chuck that inside or do that at the end, but yeah, I need to do lower back as well, so can't be asked to do it now, I'm starving. So I'll remember that and put it in tomorrow. Other than that, hope you enjoyed the video. Like, subscribe and comment as always. Love you guys. Catch you on the next one.